get up on top of the bunker too. That's a pixel walk though, so presumably not allowed.
Yeah, well, one thing which I'd like to point out as well is like back on B site, you can actually jump up on that wall to get to the back of B site from plateau.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm pretty sure mid control will be very important, but it seems like most of the action does seem like it's going to be towards the B site. I would suggest, but of course, like we're probably going to see some A long plays, especially since that's changed a lot.
Yeah, well, it certainly opens up what was previously like a pretty easy choke point to hold. It kind of ruins my matchmaking strategy because anybody who's played with or against me knows that I just play a long invasion with a shotgun and a smoke, and it was practically impossible to combat if you minus my ability to aim. With a shotgun and the ability to aim in that angle, I mean, people just have to take those close range fights, and unless, I mean, you know, the shotgun, it can mess up sometimes, but majority of the time it is going to be a kill. But now that little bit of added intricacy, if you do want to stop them pushing up into the bunker, rather than hold that close angle, you also have to take a peek down, because they can drop down the stairs, get up into bunker, and shoot you from behind, or indeed split you from long as well. So it really does make the map, just as you said, a whole lot more complex, and I'm certainly liking it as of right now. Also, an easier way up into mid. There's 2 access points now, as opposed to the wall on the access side that used to block it off. Gone into the knife round, so we'll see action coming in pretty soon.
Rez, it's a little bit sneaky there. Managed to get Brammer. Does fall low, and knives goes into Team Howard, and they're going to be selling axes once more. Seems like Team Howard's got the better knifers on their team. In general. So finally we get to see some action on Invasion. Brammer's going to be starting on the allies, while Team Howard, like I said, on the axes. And looks like the buy looks pretty much similar than we normally see, but Brammer's actually picking up Thompson, going for a close range. Same with Tuna. On the other side, we're seeing a Gua and a shotgun on Howard himself. So interesting to see how it is. It does seem like the ally spawn does spawn a little bit closer towards mid bunker as well. That's an interesting feature. And we're already straight into the action. We're already combat being started, and Howard's actually going to get a kill with the shotgun. He's going to get a second and third, unable to get a fourth. Will be shut down by lag, but the damage is already done. 4 versus 2. That shotgun being so important. We're seeing it before and seeing it again.
Oh, the shotgun, just as you say, how important it is. It opens up the round for the allies a little bit more now into a 2v3, and they're going to take things towards a long, or so it seems. See if they retreat towards spawn. No, they are in fact going to be pushing the bunker, taking the traditional route, nobody really wanting to go and show us that brand new road to bunker. This is, of course, our first time viewing this map, but not the devs. They have made this map, so they know all the intricacies, and they're certainly not discovering as they go along. But what Sergeant Lag is discovering is a bullet to the head. Yeah, and that is going to be 1-0 to the Axis. I mean, a pretty convincing opening round for them. 3 players left alive. And that 3K going to be very important, and a big reason that they managed to come out on top in that round, with Ash following up with 2.
Yeah, like as you saw, shotgun's still very, very viable on this map, especially in the bunkers. And we're going to see James picking up a shotgun, MP40 on the hands of Howard. But one thing to note is, even though Howard got those kills, he didn't get any tokens for that. He's actually lost tokens, giving them to Team Brammer. But one thing is for sure, it does seem like it's going to be a long play, and only one player really in a position to try and stop that, and that's going to be Howard with the MP44, and it's not really a viable weapon. It does seem like they doubled back into the tunnel stairs. Try and find some space, going to mid bunker, and finally Rez finding some action, gets the first kill with that Thompson. He's looking for some more. Played so well in the previous map. Let's see if he can bring it over to this map. He so far has getting a second, taking down Big Tuna, looking for a third. He does, and Ashley's gonna find Sergeant Lag before he, or after he gets that knife kill. And there's so many tokens for Rez to pick up here.
He's gonna be a very happy boy after he buys a few more toys with those tokens. Let's see what he manages to pick up. He's already got a Gewer and a Tommy gun. Spending down to 4. He might actually stick with this combination.
Yeah, he seems like he gave the tokens to his teammates.
I think he purchased grenades with it. Smoking the grenade.
Yeah. Could have gave some away as well, I think.
Yeah,
but smoke in the middle and
hard to tell.
rocking quite a bit of the bunker, showing how effective the smokes are. But it's actually Brammer opens things up towards A-Long, and they're just gonna steamroll it. Just like we saw on the old invasion, steamrolling A-Long is still viable. And it seems like one person on shelf trying to find some damage, but it's actually Brammer taking out Rez. That's already going to be a 5 vs 3, and this is like it's going to be Allies round. It seems like the Axis weren't expecting such an A-Long push from Team Brammer.
Nelios has managed to get himself a shotgun. The smoke's down. That's going to allow him to get up pretty close. As he makes his way up, he has been spotted, but coming in, oh, he decides to jump at just the wrong moment. Brammerton manages to get that kill, as it's only going to be James left alive, pushing out with an STG. In a 1v5, this has got to be a save. Doesn't even go for it as the shotgun grabs the kill, and that just means it's going to be an STG and a token that the Allies have that they probably shouldn't, because it should have been a pretty easy save. But either way, now up to 2-1. Got a swiftly worded message from a couple of the players. Brammerton would like to remind everybody that before the crashes took place, of course, well, he said, let's not forget who was who. That's the nice way that he put it. But now looking to move towards the B side, we're going to see some brand new action. Let's see how these sandbags play into it. God, that is hell of an airstrike going on there. A lot of nades flying over. Nelios, glad he isn't playing on the site, manages to stay alive. But now the shotgun coming in, nice and close. He's going to deploy the pistol to take that out, and somehow he does. Brammerton eliminated by that Luger, but Alex is trading it back. The shotgun able to find the kill onto Rez. And now we're going to see Nelios coming up behind this brand new angle. Of course, the wall being removed allows him to get up onto the site now and cause a little bit of trouble for the Allies. He spots out the backside of Big Tuna, does a little bit of damage, forcing him back into the house. As he's being pushed down by a shotgun, he's going to be taken out, as it's only going to be Sergeant Lag. And this time, deciding to go for the save, as he has got an MP40 and a bar. Never mind, he peeks out and he's dead. So thanks for proving me wrong.
Yeah, and it goes back to what we were saying before, like, we've seen the devs not really going for saves, going for the risky play, trying to win the round instead of going for the next round, like future rounds in general. And if he actually saved that, he could have actually helped his team a little bit more, since he did have 4 tokens. And he would only have to get a nade or a smoke and give a token to his teammates, which would help the economy slightly better. But instead, he goes for M1 Grand, a teammate giving him a nade to use. And on the other side, they're looking pretty happy with their STGs and MP40s, keeping those close range weapons and going these close range quarters with them, and it's been working so far. But it's like Team Brammer's going back to that A-long push, which we've seen them win that 1 round before.
This time taking it a bit slower though. We're finally, if we can spectate Brammerton, going to see this brand new ladder. It was a very dramatic reveal of how they work, and there you go. You see it in action. Making his way up to bunker, which is going to be a pretty good angle for him to hold and find a kill. Ash going to be taken out. He's been a pretty important player for the Axis, but not in this round. Rez, though, still going to be alive over towards the stairs, giving away his position by spamming through. Not finding the kill as the bomb goes down, and now he can't really peek out until his teammates make their way over, but it's a 4v3, so they've still got plenty of opportunity. James fishing for some damage, spamming through the smoke, but it is going to be Howard that finds it. And the push coming up, Rez, an easy frag. As Sergeant Lag has pretty much no chance of carrying over that M1 Grand, being pushed from 2 angles. As he's taken out, the score goes to 4-1 in favor of the Axis. And now is probably a good time to get underway with another giveaway. Of course, we have got 3 remaining copies of the Battalion 1944 game. If you guys want to get in on the action of the beta weekend, or the beta weekends, and the 1-week trial as well, 2 weeks or so before MU2, this game mode that we're currently playing is going to be fully released. And indeed, then obviously keep the game afterwards and continue to play. Be sure to type Blitzkrieg in chat, as you can already see some people getting in on that fast. As we have 3 copies left, we'll be giving away 1 in just a matter of minutes. So Blitzkrieg in chat, no spaces, no exclamation marks, just Blitzkrieg. And subscribers have 10 times the chance of winning it. They get 10 entries instead of 1. Best of luck to everybody, and let's enjoy some more gameplay.
Talking about gameplay, Rez opening things up with that Thompson getting 2 kills. He's close range impression. It's so important on Invasion. We're already seeing, and He's got himself 2 tokens. Howard unable to hit the shot in the B bunker player there. A little bit unlucky, and smoke being deployed is going to help his chances, but Spike will fall to the hands of Howard. But Tuna managed to find Ash, but James again taking down Sergeant. Just leaving Big Tuna on a 1 versus 4, and his chances looking slim as he's got the bomb and stuck towards A long. And there we have it, Rez cleaning up the round, getting himself a 3K. At the end of that, good round from him, only Tuna getting a kill, 4 people surviving, and 5-1 to Team Howard. Showing that their Axis is a lot stronger compared to Brammer's. And getting that early lead on the invasion.
An important lead to take up. I mean, they're just asserting their dominance, carrying it over from the previous game where they did so well. Let's see if they can continue that. I mean, it certainly looks likely at the moment. The Allied side really struggling with that opening pick from Howard. Brammerton is not going to be happy about that. Especially not dying to Howard, his rival, as we can tell by, like you said earlier, his recent enjoyable tweets. Spike going to be peeking over towards... Oh, hold on. No, now they are. They've crossed over towards what was previously fences. Now no fences exist. Sergeant Lag finds a frag thanks to that, but they've got to make their way out here. Straight past Nelios, who's got a bar and a hunger for some kills. Howard is chiming in with 2 Car 98K kills, bringing us down to a 2 versus 2. Still a whole lot of work to be done, but it's being done by Howard. A 4K already on the board, and he's looking for the ace. Tuna desperately trying to deny him that and get that bomb plant in to give themselves a little bit of a boost economy-wise. Right now it is the Axis winning out in that respect. Howard is going to have to find the ace to win this out, though, because it's down to a 1 versus 1. Tuna gonna make his way into the house. He's got to be careful because the sandbags are occupied right now. He's made his way into a very good angle. The problem is this car on the AK only has to hit 1 shot, while Big Tuna has to connect quite a few to manage this kill. With 28 seconds left, he's got to go for the defuse relatively soon. His position being known. Big Tuna not tempted to peek out just yet, but he's gonna have to peek eventually to confirm that it isn't gonna be a defuse. Resetting that time. Is Howard going to be sticking that? It doesn't seem like he will, but dropping a smoke. He'll back off with 14 seconds. Time being played really well here by Tuna, but he's jumped out. Oh, this is so awkward. It could go either way. Comes down to a knife battle, but look at that by Tuna. Fantastic play. Runs the time all the way down. And this, oh, if Howard can fall as well, oh, he is going to survive. That would have been fantastic because they would have gotten a Car 98K and stolen that economy away. Either way, the ace does come in from Howard, but at the cost of a round.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. Maybe the smoke wasn't the best idea. It was good thought process trying to bait out Tuna, and it did work, but the smoke just covering Howard's viewpoint completely. That's one good thing at least. It will block off those angles, but it will also block your viewpoints as well, so it's a little bit more careful. But Howard played that well. It's too bad that his teammate fell, Nelios, into the hands of Tuna, and then Tuna able to just waste the time down, just not peeking into Howard. Seems like they are going towards A, and again, these tunnels control pretty easy on compared to what we've seen in the previous iteration when the Axis would try and get that tunnel's position, get that tunnel's control to stop them. And Ash is actually taking down Brammer, as well as Howard falling on the other side of the map. And if you're Ash, you've got to be careful since Alex was there to meet him with a shotgun. But Rez chimes in, so his reflex going in pretty fast, and his back to 3 versus 3.
Rez to find 1 as well. That's going to be important. Only 2 allies left, but they do manage to pick up a frag, so it's down to a 2 versus 2. Running onto the site, though, that is a mistake, as Rez is still on stairs. I don't see how he could have made it away. They don't know he's there. He killed 4 people, and they don't know he's there.
I'm pretty sure Brammer will... Yeah.
I think I just got a Steam message.
What did Brammer say this time?
That was actually Howard this time.
Oh.
But all jokes aside, it is, you know, an interesting round to see won by the Axis. Rez doing some great work there with the STG. He's able to bring himself up to 11 kills. He was doing incredibly well on the previous map and showing no signs of stopping this time. Anyways, getting into this. Oh, you know what's actually pretty interesting as well? We are now seeing the back of that bunker being used really well. The alt A long, I suppose. It's or beach. Maybe beach is a better call. You walk through the beach.
I mean, it's being used quite a bit from the allies, and I guess it's because of the timings that Axis get there a lot slower compared to previously. And there we have it, already one person in the bunker, and Howard though going big. Getting himself a free cable shotgun. He's looking for more. Gets the fourth. He's looking for the ace. Question is, will he find it? Oh, unable to. Brammer shuts him down, but the damage has already been done. And Axis don't need to peek into this, but James, over extension just a little bit. But Ash cleans it up, but great round there from Howard with the shotgun. He's done it again. He's done it again, Mitch.
There is absolutely no stopping this man. It's... I mean, what more can you do? Nothing, really. But coming into this, I mean, if you take a quick look at the bit of a risky buy, I'd say. Brammerton going for that sniper card. And where will he take it on this brand new version of Invasion? It's not a long that they seek out. It is middle, but unfortunately it's already smoked off. He almost hits the shot, though. He fired through the legs of Howard, who's going aggressive through the smokes. What is this? The passive team. I've been lied to. And he's about to spot out Alex as the smokes fade, although he goes even more aggressive and pushes all the way up behind. Making his way to B, unfortunately not A, so it is going to be James to take the combat. And P40 in hand. He's going to find one as they push up, but he's got to be careful for more. Spamming away his position. No one peeked from the left by the shotgun. 2 shots into him. And it's the third from the Tommy gun to find that kill. Neilio spamming away desperately, trying to stop or at least delay the push onto the site, but unfortunately A is all under the Allied control. A is for allies. Spike finds one. It's looking pretty good as it's all on Howard. An ace to find on the... They're expecting it. Runs out of ammo, actually. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. But he does manage to take down Brammer, who had the sniper. Sergeant Knight does manage to pick it up, but one thing which we have said previously, he cannot drop weapons. So he cannot drop that sniper to Brammer, so Brammer will need to pick up a different weapon. But you never know. We might see Sergeant Knight decide to, he doesn't want to live anymore. You could see that happening. Fireball. Giving Brammer this scope, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But Rez on the other side, he picks up the scope as well. So I wonder if we're going to see the scope for this scope show anytime soon. I haven't seen one just yet.
Well, it would be nice to see, but it doesn't look like anybody's on A. This Rez is going to be backing off. That's the site completely open, and that's an interesting strategy for holding down Invasion. Certainly putting more presence towards mid and B. A, and as Howard attempts to rotate in, presence is already taken. A side is going to be under their control momentarily, but look at these kills swinging in. Howard finds one onto Brammer, and James is able to take a knife kill before Tuna trades out. Sergeant Lag finding one with the scope there onto the balcony. The BM is real as the server message +1 look comes up due to the spams coming through from the allies. But the 3v3 coming in, the nade nice and high by Tuna. That is a good idea, but it's landing very close to him and actually does a bit of damage. But it's the sniper to do some damage here. The sniper duel finally going to be a thing. Sergeant Lag giving away his position. Now the battle going to have to come in. Ash sitting there with the sniper, low HP. Low HP, of course, not going to matter if that sniper does peek. And it looks like we are just going to see a patience play here from Sergeant Lag. He's just going to be hiding and waiting for Spike to take some contact before peeking up. A good play, a good passive play, and it'll work out. As the bomb about to explode, no time for the defuse to come in. It is just going to be a save from Ash, and actually a little bit risky to still show himself, but eventually makes it away. And oh, the tunnels there have been closed off. Yeah. I was expecting to see him running through them, but of course they don't exist anymore.
But good save call in the end from Ash, able to keep that MP4 as well as the scope, because that's going to help in the next round. And it does seem like Sergeant's going to keep his scope in hand, and Spike with STG, it's going to help him a little bit. But overall, it was a pretty good round coming in from Brammer. They seem to favor that long control, and Team Howard not showing any presence. And I think that's what's costing them most of the rounds here. Seems like a mid push coming in, and King Howard, he's looking for more. He gets 2k already. spraying through the smoke. They'll be unable to find anyone, but his teammates there to back him up to trade positions. It's actually James getting one for himself where fences used to be. I guess that's what we're calling it now, where fences used to be.
Absolutely, it's the perfect. It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. Well, yeah, I mean, Sergeant Lag trapped in here. He's got an STG and a sniper card. He'll probably want to save this over. It's a 2v5. Not a very winnable situation. The problem is a minute left. The one thing I think that the Allies have going for them is if you look over towards their spawn... Actually, hold on. Lag's about to be pushed down. Does make his way out, though. If you look over towards their spawn, they have got that house there. So if they can get in, it's a pretty easily savable spot. Nobody's going to aggress that far. And now with vaults being taken, they should probably think about just backing off because Howard as well is up nice and close. Although Sergeant Lag finds one kill as they rotate over towards the side. That's going to be an easy kill for Howard. He goes for the knife instead of... No! Oh, okay. I thought he wasn't going to be able to find that frag. But Tuna comes in then with two. That knife kill, maybe just a little bit too egotistical because he's given away what could have been a very easy round and turned it into a 1v2 with the site under the control of Big Tuna. As the push about to come in, it's going to be Ash peeking in with the sniper card, changing into the SMG last second, and pushing in. That's an easy kill for him, finding the shots onto the planter of Big Tuna and bringing us to 8-4. But still, a little bit of over-aggression with the knife kill. It was unnecessary.
Maybe just a little bit. Just maybe a little bit, especially since knifing doesn't really give you anything except for a mental boost.
Exactly, yeah. Like in Counter-Strike, obviously you get that sweet, sweet dollar for doing it, so
Yeah.
you could even excuse it there, but I mean, here it is just a big middle finger to whoever you kill.
Yeah, but like, cause like he went for the knife, and obviously there was a player right next to him, and I'm pretty sure he should have been aware of that if the comms were good. But it's just a little bit too much, and James costing himself a little bit more since he nades himself, allowing Brammer to get that easy frag onto him. James does manage to get one kill at least with his nade, but 4 versus 4 already pushing onto the B site, and Ash falling. Speed site control for Team Brammer.
Yeah, this side is firmly under the control of Team Brammerton as Rez is going to be looking to do some damage. Been a little bit underwhelming in the recent rounds, but this time starting it off well with a kill. Making his way out to find a second, and underwhelming is certainly not going to be the key word for this round. A nade still in his possession as well. As he sees one drop over, he might be going for one of his own once he spots out some players. Spamming through the window with just a second too early. Oh, he hasn't quite spotted the player towards the back of the site. Spike somehow, I mean, how is he not being spotted? It's all going to be on King Howard. He's got to find a 2K and he's not going to be able for it. As 8-5 develops, and certainly a close map. It's looking to be a lot closer than the previous game we saw, as we might even see the 8-7 coming out. The Allies were really picking it up.
Yeah, pretty equal half from both teams. It seemed like Team Howard had early start, but then like Team Brammer just managed to cancel out the last few rounds and able to getting ahead of Team Brammer, maybe. I mean, Team Howard. So they are struggling a bit, and that nade kill from Brammer is going to make them struggle a little bit harder. Already making it a 5 versus 4, and it does seem like it's going to be another B push here.
Well, having so much success there, you can't really blame them, but this time, surely some things have changed up. Well, with Brammerton getting the opening frag, it's only going to be James there. See the rotation coming in from Howard early on, but he's spotted out as he's running. No opportunity to return fire, and so James will find himself in a 2v3. Nelios attempting to rotate around and help, but he's very far away right now. This is going to cost him a lot of time, and as he's been spotted out on long angles, just delays him even more. Now into a 1v3, and I mean, it might even be time to save. Thrown away a smoke, though. It certainly looks like he will be committing to the round. Spotted out, has to find something early on with this shotgun, and with two people going to be watching, maybe just pick up that MP40 and get out of there. Hightail it towards that A site and go for the save. Looks like he is going to commit, and that should be a death sentence. Indeed it is. Spike picks it up and indeed grabs himself a shotgun.
Big Tuna picked up shotgun.
Oh, missed that in the UI. Still getting used to reading it. It's so nice to finally be able to see the secondary weapon.
Yeah.
Accurately.
Previous overlay, sometimes you saw secondary, sometimes you didn't.
Yeah,
This one seems a lot better.
and the grenades also functioning perfectly. I mean, there's been massive thorns in our side for commentating, but the devs, we worked pretty closely with them to fix all that, and now here we are in what is looking to be quite a good game mode. Still a few improvements to be made, but we'll get those sorted. Anyways, coming in to this round, it's actually going to be an A take this time, with a bit of a fake coming out from Brammerton. The bomb going down without even a fight on the A site. They've just claimed it completely. I mean, they already had a pretty passive hold there, but with contact being taken on A, they decide to rotate over. The shotgun coming in from Alex, not able to connect the second kill though, leading it into a 3v3. Spike to find one alongside Big Tuna, so it's only Ash. He is a player that we've seen step it up hugely previously, but in recent rounds hasn't been having all too great of a time, and pushing in up close against a shotgun, this might be a recurring trend for him.
A recurring trend might be just the case, because these defensive positions being brought out by Team Brammer, pretty good, and Spike able to win his first show, and it's going to cost him that 8-7. Pretty equal in the halves. No one really taking over, but it will go into the hands of Team Howard going into the second half, and they will be starting on allies now. Interesting to see how they would go.
Sorry? Well, Kaiserson, it's halftime, and you know what that means. It's time to give away.
Drop key.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to drop a key, but if anybody says ! Drop, I'll personally remove you from the running. So, in order to enter the giveaway, type Blitzkrieg, no exclamation marks, no spaces. I don't know why you'd put a space in one word, but hell, just don't do it. Blitzkrieg all by itself, just like Kaiserson has so eagerly done, and you will be entered in with a chance to win your very own copy of Battalion. And if you already own Battalion, of course, you can give it over to one of your friends or enemies. Yeah, you can give it to anyone. Just give it to someone. But
and what I was saying is you have to be closer to your enemies than your friends.
Exactly.
So give it to your enemy. I don't have one. Do you have an enemy, Mitch?
I think it's probably Dark. Dark is probably my arch nemesis. Dark and his crisp packets. He always opens down his microphone. It's very irritating. He's doing it right now. Professional disruption.
Ooh, baiting from the ladder here from Rez, just trying to bait in a shot, and it works, and he's able to get that. Oh, great bait, but Brammer gets a knife for himself from James, but quick trade coming on from Nelios. Gonna make it still in favor towards Team Howard as they try and get A side control, but there's still a player in A connector, which is gonna be Alex, the Greek, the one with the shotgun, the one which can do so much damage. If he peeks at the right time, he peeks, able to just tag up the planner, but it will be Brammer taking him down, and unable to find a frag himself. Nelios takes him out, pursuing Brammer and Spike in a 2 vs 3. It's not looking too good for them. Spike doing some damage from behind, able to take some damage to the planner, but all the kills going towards Howard and Nelios. Giving them the first round of the second half, 9-7, extending their lead. And Brammer beats his chest. Interesting.
Oh, well, we'll just really quickly get it out. There was just a question in chat. When is the giveaway? You need to leave soon. We'll do the giveaway right after this round. So now is your last chance to enter. Type in Blitzkrieg. No spaces, no exclamation marks. Damn it, Pibsy. Simple rules. And that's all you got to do, and you'll be in with a chance to win your very own copy of Battalion. Subscribers get 10 times the chance, and we'll be doing another giveaway for another key at the end of this map. Starting off this round, of course, once this round ends, you will get your giveaway. But yeah, starting off this, we are going to see some long aggression on A. Some nades being thrown over, not quite going to land. The Axis just about able to escape. And more A presence here than we saw previously. I mean, certainly they figured out that it's a relatively weak hold there. So we do see actually a 4-man stack. That is brave, with Brammerton falling as well. B is now completely open, but luckily enough for the Axis, the Allies are looking to push in here to A. Mr. Contact over towards the bunker. Now the adjusted bunker. Oh, that lens flare is looking pretty desperate there for Alex, making it very difficult to peek over towards that bunker. Probably why they removed the walls.
Yeah, but Nelios was the one able to take down Tuna, making it still 5 vs 3, very much in favor towards Allies. Despite this stack, they're making it work. Still 2 players towards A side, Sergeant Lang being one, and they'd fall pretty quickly to the hands of Rez and Ash, and Rez able to get himself 2 kills that round. That's surprising. They still went to A, they stacked A, and they still won A. What is Team Brammer doing wrong? Is it just that they can't win their duels? Because you see Alex and Tuna both under 10 kills. But you also see Ninos and James under 10 kills, but they're still winning the round, especially since Howard, he's on a monster run. 24 to 11.
I think ultimately, yeah, they are just whiffing their shots here, not able to connect them, and getting outplayed as well by the Axis.
Allies.
Allies, yes, allies. Of course, sides have swapped. We saw Rez there in the previous round, baiting out the ladder, the one before. That was absolutely beautiful play.
It was.
And coming into this 4 versus 4 as the trades go down. Brammerton going to extend that lead even further. The 2 kills on the board already. As Team Howard now looking at a pretty risky round. What's been going so well for them is they found these opening kills, but this time it's going to be traded back. Brammerton getting 2 for the one that they lost, Sergeant Lag. Now they're going to be slowed down. Their smoke executes have been working really well, but now they only have Rez with a smoke. They've one nade on Howard, M1 Grands and Tommy Guns. Rez finding that opening. I mean, he's just managing to open the sights up, especially A, and grab the picks there. But I venture to say they saw Rez rotating back afterwards, and with noise now being made on B, they should suspect the push to be going down momentarily. Spike peeks out. Unfortunately, 2 players there. That is an inopportune moment to peek. The nade comes down and almost takes him out, and we're into a 2 versus 3. With the Allies desperately trying to grab some kills, but it's Brammerton in there with a 4K, and he's looking for the ace. Spams at the M1 carbine bullet to get the reload in, and fully reloading as well. As he peeks up here, if he finds this kill, that's going to be the ace, and there it is. Brammerton with a 5-kill round, an ace coming out. 10 to 8 as the Allies are being approached on here by Team Brammerton, and it's certainly continuing to be a close map. They've certainly figured out their problem. The problem was that Brammerton wasn't killing the whole enemy team. 21 kills on the board, but still far behind King Howard, who is on 24.
Yeah, Howard definitely dominating himself over the extent of previous rounds, but Brammer stepping up big that round. Managed to close the gap just slightly. 10-8, still a gap in favor for Team Anna. It does seem like they're going back towards A side, trying to find some openings instead of kind of lurking players. And Rez just unable to find onto the player holding his side, but he finally gets a headshot onto Sergeant Lag, and that's going to start opening A side quickly. And you can already see that big tuna is already retreating back to try and get into a more favorable position as they push. But Howard's team playing it still pretty passive. They're not committed just yet. They're just clearing the corners, playing it quite passively, allowing their opponents to rotate if they choose to. But at the moment, they're not rotating. They're keeping their hold. And Tuna, with that car, he needs to step up big.
Absolutely, and it appears that once again we see this Allied trend of picking up the opening frag, traded back by Brammerton there. Rez being taken out. Oh, but Bram going very aggressive. He finds 1, but leaves his team in a position where they have to find a lot of kills by themselves. But it seems to be working out, as it's only going to be Ash left alive. Bomb down, 40 seconds, so 35 to get on there and get that defuse. It's on 42. And it looks like they should be able to do this pretty easily. Ash out of ammo is going to be crossfired by 3 separate people. Out of luck.
How lucky he is. Great retake there from Team Brammer. Tuna stepping up big, getting himself 2 kills, as well as Brammer getting 2 kills himself at the opening. And Team Howard struggling a little bit now. 10-9. Brammer stepping up big. 23 kills. Catching up to Howard. We kind of do need to see someone else step up a little bit more. Maybe Tuna, maybe Lag. Because on Team Howard, they do have Rez, who's been stepping up a lot as well. And it's always these individual players that need to step up to try and get their team just over the edge, just over the finish line. Because we have seen like they've been pretty equal so far, and it does seem like they're going for quite heavy mid push, and the smoke failing allows Brammer to get that first frag. But Coward managed straight up, but Brammer again. Another frag for him. Brammer's at the moment on fire on this map. Himself 2, and he could get some more. Just timing of it not going in his favor. Rez, however, does manage to take down Tuna, making it 3 versus 3. So it's all back to Eagle players back to square one. And Howard playing is so sneakily with the shotgun. He's going to be able to find his frag for sure. He's able to get some humiliation. Try and go for the knife. He does manage to get the knife onto Spike. Just seeing Brammer and Sergeant Lag to try and clutch out this round. And Lag in a tough situation. But Brammer making it work, able to find one. Looking to get his second with the pistol. Just managed getting on the last bullet. Leaving Rez. Looking to try and clutch it out. Brammer needs to get an ace to clutch the round.
Second in a row as well. This is starting to become a trend here. And now we see why he was so frustrated with his teammates before. Pushing in here, Rez is going to be holding on to the Tommy gun. Brammer does well to bait that out. And now just going to wait. Over the re-peek now. He suspects the bomb is being stuck. And Rez peeks up at just the right moment to catch Bram out in the open, but it runs out of ammo and still gets the knife kill. What a round to be won by the Allies with time ticking down so low. Brammer expected the plant had to be stuck. But nope, as that knife comes in, Adel won.
Nip Rez coming in from Howard and Brammer looking a little bit confused. I probably would be confused after whiffing that many shots onto Rez. He managed to get the knife onto you. Really, probably should have saw Brammer win that fight. A little bit unlucky that he doesn't. I'm looking at 9 to 11. Brammer's still stepping up big. 27 kills on him, but on the other side you see Rez and Howard both stepping up, both on plus 20. So it's a little bit hard when only one person carrying the team, but if you have two, it's a lot easier. As we can see, that team Howard are doing that. It does seem like it's going to be a B play, and Spike looking to use that impenetrable bomb site as cover. Sadly, it does not work.
No, not at all. There's a quick end to his attempt. Sergeant Lag going to be using that MP28 over towards the back. Oh, Rez comes in with a good kill as well. Sergeant Lag not able to connect. As I said, those long-range fights not really going to be won out by those SMGs. Sergeant Lag, though, always found a nice close-range one, but it's going to be Ash with the Tommy gun to win out that fight. Big Tuna looking for something with the pistol, which I'd venture to say is almost better at long range than the crease gun, based on my own personal experience. I'm going to triple tap with it. But nope, that's going to be 12 to 9. The Allies pick up yet another round as they are inching closer and closer to victory, but still going to be pretty far away, as Team Brammer have a good opportunity to come back into this, especially with their economy now building up a little bit. Big Tuna can actually manage to donate enough for a Car 90 AK to come in along with Alex, but it looks like they will be going for 3 MP40s, a shotgun, and an STG.
Interesting, they don't really have that long-range capability, which is going to help them on the likes of B-Sign A long, but they probably want to try and play close-up core angles since they've got those close core weapons, and we've seen that right now with Brammer. He gets one, he gets the second, looking for a third, but Ash quickly trades it out, but the damage so much, especially since this peek from Alex is only good for one, but now it's just left on James. 1 versus 3. M1 Grand, and close-range weapons ruling supreme in these close-range fights. Who would have thought it?
That's something James left alive. Now this is not a great round at all for the Allies. Falling apart. He needs to just save up these tokens to start it off. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they know that he's there, because that at least means even if he does die, they can still manage something in terms of a buy in the next round. Having a pretty good economy built up as well, and he has a choice of guns, but unfortunately still running with them as he runs straight into a nice little rifle that's waiting for him.
Yeah, like he tried to pick up the STG.
Oh, he may well have, but he got himself a Tommy gun and then killed.
Yeah, and she picked up, I think, an M1 Garand and then a Tommy, and then both weapons were out of bullets.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. I mean, not much you can do in that situation. And 12 to 10 now. I mean, I believe hashtag Team Brammer in chat.
Yeah, especially since you see Brammer 29 to 19, stepping up really big for his team. They're going for those aggression beats, getting those multi-frags, helping his teammates, or helping his team to try and punch out victory here. And Big Tuna helping it a little bit further, taking out James, who Office would say the best player on the server, but right now he's not really proving it much. And Brammer smokes himself out of the tough situation.
Well, again, the Axis looking pretty dominant here. Shotgun fired away for King Howard in a desperate attempt to find themselves some kills, but nothing to be landed. Here we go. One to be eventually found. Rez is the player to open it up. That shouldn't really surprise y'all at home. He's been doing really well at getting these opening frags recently. Both him and Howard are going to be sitting on 26 kills, but Rez is going to be sitting on the floor as he is eliminated by a shotgun and his lifeless corpse lies in orange. Now as Howard attempts to push in here and help out his teammate's corpse, relieve his dead body of the bomb and a token.
Oh, nice nade.
Oh, this is going to be bad. Pushing in here, 2 players there, finds one, pushing up though, won't expect it. What is going on? Somehow we're in a 1v2. Somebody explain that to me.
Knives.
Knives, exactly. Spike wins it and picks up 2 tokens either way, but that came down a little bit closer than we'd expect.
Like a nice edge, you could say.
Wow.
So, talking about nice edge, 2 SCGs was able to pick up from Spike and Tuna, as well as Spike able to pick up a Thompson in that, and looks like we're going to see a shotgun on Alex. He's been picking shotgun pretty religiously, but on the other side, Thompsons, just Thompson after Thompson after Thompson, and 1 M1 grand on the hands of Neos. Interesting to see what they're going to go for here.
Oof. We go for a first aid tent after those nades. James and Howard low HP. I think Howard was just fall damage. Brammerton up close as well with that SMG. Going to be able to do some damage as the push goes in. He hears them around the back of that smoke, and unfortunately due to the smoke that he himself designed, he won't be able to see around it. He's pretty much completely blind at this point, but he decides to push in up behind. That's 1 easy kill for him. Looking for more over towards the site, manages to pick himself up an M1 grand. That should allow him a little bit of an extension on range as Ash finds one towards the back of B. He'll be pushing into Big Tuna, who has an STG in hand but gets taken down incredibly low, so has to hide away. With 3 versus 1, they're in danger of offering up some 1v1s. Big Tuna completely isolated towards the back of the site, or the back of the house even. Still manages to find that kill and bring us to 12-12. We're all tied up here on the first ever showing of the brand new invasion, and it certainly seems to be a closer game than what we saw on Savoia, which even if that was a pretty interesting game to see, of the first ever showcase of the map. And this has certainly been an interesting night all over.
Yeah, and Brammer going really big for his team. You can see on the scoreboard 30 kills. And then the rest of his team just stepping up getting those +10s. While on the other side, even though Rez and Howard are both on 27, you see James lagging behind just a little bit. But it does seem like they are going towards A-long, getting that A-long controlled so early, but they don't have tunnels, which are being controlled by Alex with that shotgun. But if Lag needs to be careful here, he is going up the stairs, but it's actually Tuna who gets opening kill, getting a nice headshot onto Rez. Making it into a 5 versus 4. And giving his team a slight advantage on this A push.
Yeah, like the flank coming in here from Alex is pretty big. Brammerton's also made his way around behind, but Howard once again is behind Brammerton. So it's the flank on the flank, but I think Brammerton just about heard Howard making his way over towards mid, so he'll be pushing in for the flank there. Oh no, he actually decides to still come towards long, where he's going to have an easy challenge onto 1, maybe 2. Lands a shot onto Ash, but Ash just about escapes with his life. As Howard making his way up middle at this point, they should expect it to be clear on the Axis side, granting him at least 1 kill and possibly even a little bit of information, but the push comes in from his teammates, and that's far too early. They know they've got a man on the flank, but they still go for it. That leaves Howard in a pretty difficult situation, and oh! Nice kill with the shotgun, picking up the bomb and a couple of tokens while he's at it. Is now in a 1v1. This is it, Brammerton versus Howard, and it's Howard to come out on top. The 13th round is decided, and we've got a see ya coming out in chat from Howard. And the toxicity will continue in the next few rounds. What a clutch to come out. A 4K in total for Howard. Insane.
Yeah, insane, especially since he was able to switch out the weapons, picking up a shotgun, able to get a kill switch back to M1 Grand, finishing off Brammer. Pretty great showing there from Howard himself. He's been playing out of his mind as well. 31 kills, both of the team captains leading by example. Mitch.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what they want their team to do, and Brammerton's going to be pretty annoyed that his team isn't. Team Alpha, they're not going to be looking all too good now. They're 1 round down after being shut down in the previous by just 1 man. This time, though, they're looking to get the revenge, taking out some kills over on long and getting themselves a 2-man advantage and bomb control. Still, Rez is alive. He's been a massive thorn in the side of the Axis, and he continues to be, finding an opening on the spike before eventually being taken down by a good little flank from Alex around the orange. I don't even know what to call that, circle, cylinder. But
are you going bunker?
The thing in the middle.
All right.
It's a.
I have
pillar, I
heard
guess?
someone. Yeah, I've heard someone call it something else, which I probably shouldn't say on stream.
Yeah, that's what I would instantly go to based on an overpass B scythe.
Yeah, so
in CS:GO.
we are going to see Howard having to try and clutch out again.
Rexu hitting us up in chat, letting us know that that is in fact what it's called. But of course, we have to find a stream-friendly name for it.
Yeah.
Oh, Brammerton getting his revenge, finally taking on Howard over towards the site. And that is 13-13. A close game if ever we've seen one. And Brammerton returns the Sia, which was thrown in his direction in the previous round. So this truly is a rivalry here.
However, Howard going for a little bit more respect, saying well played.
Always the respectful one, Howard.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, they've got an eco coming out. We've got those grease guns on full display. It's only going to be James who's operating an M1 carbine and actually making his way in towards orange, where he attempts to take on Alex, who has got a shotgun and a nice close range advantage. But they are grouping up. He's going to have to rattle these shots off in unison. He's not going to be able to do it. Only one to be taken out. Oh, what an aid!
Bad it doesn't get anyone, but it does slow down the progression of the allies, making them pause a little bit, making them separate, able to get those frags for Brammer, but Spike cleans it up. Great round there from actually Axis after the shotgun. And he actually saw something about the shotgun now, like you can't also like shoot as fast, which is a great feature because that's what a lot of people complain that you could shoot the shotgun so fast, like an auto shotgun in some respects. But we saw he was only able to get 1 pump before he died. But his team able to save the round, giving them an advantage for once in this. 14-13. Now in favor of Team Brammer.
No investment into the previous round for Team Howard as well. They were on a full eco, taking those free grease guns with only 1 card invested. So they're able to get quite a bit of damage. And as we now push into this round, it is the 5 versus 5. Nobody to fall early on. Rez, relatively low, but he's going to be able to regen that as the smoke goes down to allow them to get up pretty close. That's interesting. And the Allies, in fact, taking control of orange. They've got a shotgun up nice and close, but here comes the Axis. It's going to be Sergeant Lag. Ducked down, unfortunately, just out of Howard's vision. So the shotgun not able to find the kill, and now it's going to be handed right over to the defender of the orange halls. This should be an easy defense indeed as they push out straight into this weapon. Here we go. 1 kill to be found by this brand new shotgun. The buff, of course, making it just a little bit more reliable than previously on those closer ranges. And hopefully less of a sniper too.
Yeah, they did decrease the range, like you said, but increase the close range damage, just like we see there. Sergeant like able to take down Nelios. Just seeing Reds gets quickly dispatched by Tuna, and that's match point for Team Brammer. And they're able to come back after such quite a big deficit, and after Team Howard looking to start steamrolling on the ally side like the start, but Team Brammer able to bring back, and you have to say it has to be ginormously in Brammer's favor. Like he's gone huge in this half. Like, as you can see, 37 kills, 5 assists. It's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great performance coming in from him. 40 for 22 from Brammerton as he chimes in there with a 3K just as I'm reading his stats to make a fool of me. Pushing in here as well. That's a 4K, and here comes the ace potentially. SMG up close. Oh, he's shot in the back. Unfortunate, but it is probably going to be Alex to find this. He's got a shotgun. Nice and close. And an easy kill.
Easy kill. Easy game for Team Brammer at the end. After being such a huge deficit, they was able to